And who says romance is dead?
You what?
Flowers?
Oh, no. It's just a thank you present from Dev. I did a bit of extra work for him while he had the flu.
Oh, I see. Well, he must think a lot of you.
No, not really. Just being a typical fella.
Meaning?
Meaning, you hand them a tissue and they think you're Florence Nightingale. Honestly, I don't know why he's making so much fuss about it. Did you want anything?
No, just a chat. I've just got these for Jim. I thought I'd give them to him, see if he'll take his mind off things.
You're wasting your money. They won't let you take them in there.
Are you sure?
Take it from one who knows.
I really don't know why we're going to all this trouble.
Oh, don't worry, you'll not have to do anything. Hey, shall we get some flowers?
Why do you want to do that?
To make the flat look nice for Sue and Malcolm.
I'm not really sure I'm up to visitors today. Do you think we could cancel?
Of course we can't. Anyway, it's important that we mix with other people who want to adopt.
Well, I don't think we're going to have that much in common.
Oh, look, it's just a cup of tea, some biscuits and a chat. You never know, you might even enjoy it.
Oh, hi. Hi, love. What are you doing reading in the street?
They were on the doormat in the salon. From Debs. Apparently she's left Weatherfield.
Oh, bang goes another stylist then.
Ah, tell me about it. You know, that is the trouble about being an employer, Alma. Other people's personal problems become your staff shortages.
Oh, Alma, always a pleasure.
Oh, morning.
Morning, Fred.
Where are you off to then?
Oh, just to see Ashley. I've got a lot of arrangements for her opening a new shop.
Yeah, well, I mean, you must have a lot to organise.
Oh, well, that's the life of a small businessman. Still, if there's one thing you can say about pound shillings and pence, it won't let you down.
Ah, thanks for doing that. I've been on at our list to fix this table for months.
What are you saying? He's not exactly handy-handy.
You are? More like useless Eric. Everything that gets broke in this house, he reckons council should mend it.
Yeah, well, he's got a point.
Does he, heck? He's just idle.
Yeah, well, it's a bit like that with houses. If you don't do the maintenance on a regular basis, well, everything starts to fall apart. It's a bit like marriages.
Oh, that's a bit deep for 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, well, it's true, though, isn't it? Well, it's like what happened with me and Carol. We stopped talking to each other. Took each other for granted.
Well, I won't have that problem with Les. He never stops talking. Trouble is, most of what comes out of his gob's a load of rubbish. Oh, I'm sorry.
What?
Well, I shouldn't be bad-mouthing him in front of you. He is your mate, after all.
Yeah, he is. And a good one. But it don't stop him being a fool.
What do you mean?
You don't realise what he's got. What he could lose.
Well, you don't have to worry about our Les. Trust me. If he's got a wallet full of cash or a glass full of beer, he's as happy as a pig in... what's it?
I don't believe this. This is a rip-off, this. The flaming room wasn't that big any road.
I'm sorry, sir, but it is not just your accommodation. There are a number of extras to consider.
What extras?
Room service, your considerable bar bill, and a number of special features on our adult channel.
Oh, aye. And they were a waste of money. Call them mucky videos, I've had more frills of Postman Pat.
Nevertheless...
And I'll tell you something else, pal, you can add to your list. Prostitutes!
I'm sorry?
You should be, a place like this. You see a good-looking bird in the bar, you take her for a drink. How are we supposed to know we've got to pay for it all? Hey, it could happen to any of us.
One more 50, please, sir.
You know, you're all the same, you lots. Stick you in a fancy suit, put a little plastic name badge on. You think you own the place?
No, sir. I don't own the place. I merely manage it. And as you have at last settled your account, I'd like to wish you a pleasant onward journey.
Oh, aye. Don't worry. I'm going. I'd rather sleep in that gutter than one of your poxy beds.
Right, girls, well, as I said, while I'm on holiday, Liz is in charge. And when I'm away, there's to be no slacking, because I'm sick of people taking advantage of me.
Natalie, I know you've got loads for organised, but can I run a few things by you?
Like what?
Well, I've been racking my brains for other entertainment ideas, and I was thinking we could do theme nights, you know, like a karaoke night.
Oh, they're always dead popular. Listen, girls, I'm not meaning to be rude, but quite frankly, at the minute, I don't give a damn about this place.
I'll take that as a yes, then.
Alma, to what do I owe the pleasure?
Oh, believe me, Fred, it is not a pleasure. I just wanted you to know how appalled I am, how rude you've been to Audrey.
What do you mean? What do you know about it?
I just told you what I saw. I mean, you're just ignoring her. I mean, acting like she didn't exist. Look, I know you're angry, but I'm sure she didn't set out to hurt you.
She gave me happiness and then she just whisked it away. She took me for a fool. Subject closed.
So, it looks like our resident Bonnie and Clyde are long gone.
Doesn't surprise me.
Nice, eh? Not only are they too scared to face the music, but Vinny helps himself to 400 quid of my tenant's rent.
Well, I expect he saw it in lieu of wages.
I hope you're not sticking up for him.
Don't be so stupid.
Where do you think they've gone? Gretna Green?
I don't care where they've gone or what they're doing, as long as I don't have to set eyes on either of them ever again.
What have you done? What's happened to your eye?
Call it an occupational hazard.
Wasn't one of Jez's thugs, was it?
Now, the whys and wherefores don't concern you, Elizabeth. Suffice to say, the gentleman responsible was sorted.
What?
Mm-hmm. I sorted him out. He won't be throwing his weight around again.
Well, what do you think you're doing? You shouldn't be causing bother so close to your hearing. People will say you're a troublemaker.
Oh, troublemaker. Oh, right, I see. As opposed to being a kind of murderer.
Don't talk like that.
Like what?
So aggressive.
Elizabeth, I've told you before, you don't walk away in here. Any sign of weakness, you're dead.
I know. And I know it's difficult, but just try not to get involved, otherwise you're never going to get out of here.
Does it really matter?
Of course it matters. It matters to me.
Does it?
Yeah, it does. I want you out of here. Not just for your sake, but for mine.
I keep warning Sue, you can't afford to be that fussy about things when you've got a baby in the house.
Well, so you are hoping to adopt an infant, then? Well, it's what we'd like, isn't it, Malk?
Ideally, yeah. We tried IVF a few times, but no luck. So that's why we're going down the adoption route.
Is that the same for you two? Have you been hanging around the fertility clinic with the rest of us?
Oh, no, not exactly.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to pry.
Oh, no, it's fine. It's just,
We're unable to have children by natural means. There's nothing we can do about it.
Would anyone like a biscuit? Oh.
Why not?
Oh, Elizabeth, look, for the umpteenth time. Many times do I have to tell you? There is one very good reason, and his name is Michael.
I should have told you the last time I visited. I don't know why I didn't.
What?
It's over. Me and Michael have split up.
What? When?
Last week.
Why? No, sorry, don't answer that. It's nothing to do with me.
But yeah, it is. Me and Michael were fine. Everything was okay. But not compared to what we had.
Elizabeth, you are looking at our marriage through rose-tinted spectacles, so you are.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. Look, it wasn't exactly a smooth ride altogether, our marriage, was it? I mean, I remember the rows, even if you don't.
That's what I'm talking about. The passion. There was never any real passion between me and Michael. Not like we had.
Elizabeth, look, I do not need this on my conscience on top of everything else, all right? You can't just leave Michael. For God's sake, it's a new life, a fresh start. Look at me. I'm in jail.
I know. And I still want you.
You don't know what you're saying.
Yeah, I do. And I want you to want me. Tim, look at me. Talk to me.
Oh, I never... When you're in here, you're locked up. Things racing around your head. I never thought we'd have another chance. Oh, God, I want you. I've always wanted you. And I always will.
Give your old man a pint, love.
What's the matter? Sick of your hotel already?
Them places aren't all they cracked up to be.
Ensuite, minibar. Sounds alright to me.
Oh, no. No. It's no wonder them pop stars go off the rails staying at them sort of places. It's just full of snobs and money grabbers. Oh, my mum used to say, there's not like your own bed.
Les, I'm not the one you should be telling this to. If you miss your own comforts, go home.
You know, I might just do that.
Good. It's about time you and my man patch things up.
Yeah. The old girl's probably learnt her lesson by now, anyway. Life without Les is just not worth living.
I think that me and Roy would feel happy with any child that authorities would see fit to give us. But I've always dreamt of having a little baby, you know, hearing the first word, seeing the first little step. I can understand that.
Well, the trouble is that there's so many more older children awaiting adoption than there are infants.
Yeah, but with an older child, you don't know what you're getting, do you?
What do you mean by that exactly?
Well, yeah, all sorts. People foster these kids and end up getting their houses trashed. Or worse.
Well, yes, but many of these children do come from troubled backgrounds, so it's hardly surprising when they have behavioural difficulties.
Yeah, I understand that, mate, but it's all relative, isn't it? I mean, I weren't exactly born with a silver spoon in my mouth, but I don't go around taking drugs and mugging old ladies.
Well, the way I look at it is these so-called problem children deserve the chance of a new life just as much as anybody else. I mean, surely, if we all turn our back on them, if we all go for the perfect new little babies, then these children who really need our help get left where they are, on the scrap heap, unloved, uncared for. And that's wrong. Well, it has to be wrong. Well, that's what I think, anyway, Rob.
You know, in the early days with me and Jim, whenever we'd had a row, I used to end up with a bunch of roses.
Oh, happy days.
They were in the main.
So, what are you looking all dreamy about?
Deirdre. I was going to keep it to myself for a while, but I've got to tell somebody.
What? What is it?
You know, I went to see Jim today.
Yeah?
We've decided to give it another go.
Oh, I see.
Well, don't sound so surprised. You know we've always had feelings for each other.
Yeah, but... Look, if it's what you both want...
Oh, it is.
Then I'm very happy for you.
Oh, Fred! Fred, if I could just talk to you. Oh, Fred, for heaven's sake, we can't go on like this. Fred! Right, I've had enough of this. Now, I know you think I'm heartless and that I have no thoughts for your feelings, but that's not true. I broke off our engagement because it was your feelings I was thinking about. Yes, OK, I could have kept my mouth shut and gone ahead with it. Goodness knows I'd have had an easier life with you as my husband, but I couldn't do that, Fred. I couldn't marry you under false pretenses. I could never lie to you. Because above all, you're my friend and I don't want to lose you. Do you know, I always thought the best of you. I always thought that whatever the circumstances, you were a true gentleman. How wrong I was, Fred Elliott. How wrong. Do you know, you're no better than the rest of them. Oh, Fred!
Order. Come here, come here.
Oh.
What the hell do you want?
Now, Jan, before you go off on one, I want you to know that I'm here in the spirit of forgiveness. And you know what? I'm going to take you out and buy you a slap-up Sunday dinner with all the trimmings.
No chance.
Oh, come on, Jan. I'm not talking hot pot down the Rovers. I'm talking about a proper restaurant. And then we could go shopping. Maybe buy you one of them posh frocks or something. What do you say?
You don't get it, do you?
What?
I chucked you out because you're a lying, selfish pig. And no amount of flashing your cash about is going to change that.
Well, that's charming, that is. I was going to take you out and give you a real good time. Well, I may as well save me money, eh?
Exactly. Too little, too late. So you can take your big fat wallet and your fancy restaurant and stick 'em where the sun doesn't shine. Because I just don't want it. And I don't want you.
Right, there's your keys. I don't think there's anything I've forgotten.
Well, if I forget anything, I'm sure these girls will remind me.
Of course.
Not a problem.
And listen, I'm sorry I've not been a bundle of laughs of late, but I haven't exactly had a lot to laugh about, have I?
Don't worry. You just get off and have a stress-free holiday.
I will. Might be the last one I'll have for ages. See ya.
See you later.
Easy, easy, easy. Now sit down,
For
sit down.
goodness sake, are you all right? Yes, it's just a silly sprain. Oh.
Elizabeth, some ice pronto. And a fog towel. Make it a clean one.
Fred, oh, thank you so much for your help. I'll be all right once the ice comes. Oh.
Right. There, we just have to reduce the swelling.
Right, well, let's do.
Excellent. And I think the lady would like some brandy.
No, honestly, I don't want to make a fuss.
Now, see, just hush up and let me do what's good for you.
Oh, thanks. So, what are you going to do about the money that Vinny took?
What can I do? I'll tell you something. If Vinnie Sorrell were ever stupid enough to cross my path again, he'd be one sorry individual.
Help me the cab.
I'll take your bags out.
Cheers.
Have a good holiday.
Thank you, I'll try. No men, no sister, just sun, sand and a trashy novel. See you soon.
I'm sorry, Hayley, if I gave you any cause for embarrassment earlier.
Oh, no, it's fine. I agreed with what you were saying anyway. It is a shame that people write off these children from day one.
Yes, well, we were like that once, weren't we, ourselves? I knew you'd understand.
How do you mean, like what?
Well, problem children. We were different, we didn't fit in. Anyway, I've been thinking, maybe we're ideally placed to help children in similar circumstances.
Well, are you saying this because of what Malcolm was saying?
No, not because of Malcolm. No, I've been thinking about it since Jean gave that talk on fostering the other night. And I have been wondering, you see, whether adoption really is the right path for us.
Have you? Well, you've never mentioned it before.
Yes, but think, Hayley, how many more children we could help by fostering rather than adopting. With our experience, we could help so many children. Just think, Hayley, think of all the good we could do. It is a wonderful opportunity.
Do you know what hurts me the most? He reckons he can just buy me back. Thinks he can just open his big fat wallet and I'm gonna come running.
He was probably trying to make up for lying about the money in the first place.
I'm just gonna have to face up to it. I don't want him back here. In my house. In my life. It's over. And this time, it's for good.
When you said I were ungentlemanly, Audrey, that cut me too quick.
I'm sorry.
No, you were right. I paid no heed to manners or to your feelings. But I was hurt,
I make no bones about it. I've never been so hurt since Maureen...
Oh, I know, and I'm so sorry.
Believe me, Audrey, all I ever wanted was to care for you, that's all.
Well, you still can. Oh, you are a dear, dear friend. And that's what friends do.
My mum didn't let you back in the house then?
No. And you know what? I've never heard her be so spiteful. The things she said to me.
So where are you going to go now then?
I don't know. Find a park bench, I suppose. An old blanket. Piece of cardboard.
You've still got money.
I don't want to be on my own, Toya.
Oh, all right then. Look, but just for tonight, because if Liz finds out
She
you're staying
won't.
here... Yeah, she better not.
There you go, 256.
Liz, did Natalie mention the karaoke night we're having?
No, she didn't. That's the first I've heard of it. I'm surprised she goes in for that sort of thing.
Oh, well, anyway, it's just to let you know, really, that first night's next week.
Right. There you go, love, thanks. Well, I tell you what. You want karaoke, you organise it yourself.
All right. I will.
Right, dump the bags in my room. Come on, quick.
All them years of marriage. Over. Just like that.
Are you sure about that now, Janice?
Dead sure. Why should I stay with him, eh? He only makes me miserable.
It's hard work starting out on your own.
Well, I haven't got a right lot of choice, have I? Anyway, I'll get used to being on my own. Besides, who's gonna be stupid enough to want someone like me? Except Les.
Hey, don't be daft. You're gorgeous.
Yeah. I bet Cindy Crawford's quaking in her stilettos.
No, Janice, I'm serious. Don't put yourself down. You're a sweet, genuine, beautiful woman.
Thanks. Well, thanks for the white lie, anyway.
Hey, I'm not lying. Any man would be lucky to have you. Look, Jan, I am really sorry. I really shouldn't
No,
have
it's
done
all
that.
right.
No, please, could you just forget that ever happened? I'm really sorry.
Dennis, please. It's all right, honestly.